There is only empty space and me, and I am but a thought.
What does that mean? Conan Exiles has many strange facets of its lore, but this one phrase likely means more than you think it does. Today we'll investigate this phrase, where it comes from, what it means, and why it's echoed by some of the most notable characters in-game. One of the first and oldest places you might first hear this phrase is from the Outcast, an unusually intelligent frost giant in the mountains of the frozen north.
Nothing is real. There is only empty, frigid space and you are but thought.
On the surface, reasonably benign, the Outcast is something of a philosopher and thinks the world of the exiled lands is but a dream. The ramblings of a beast with a potential concussion? Sure. There's just one problem. This line keeps showing up.
I am beyond blades, thews, and apish threats. There is only empty space and me, and I am but a thought.
Kurak too. Coincidence? I doubt it. It's just different enough to rouse some suspicion. However, that's not all.
You cannot kill me. You want to kill flesh. I am an idea. The first idea.
Gura the Hunter says it a little different, but the core of it is the same. Thought, idea. There's something going on here, but what does it mean? To discover that, we first need to find out where it comes from. It's May 1985, and a new animated film is struggling through its limited theatrical release. The Adventures of Mark Twain, despite good ratings, failed to perform well at the box office. A stunningly made claymation, its scenes with the character of Satan are perhaps its most unsettling, and brings us to the source of our strange phrase.
Life itself is only a vision, a dream. Nothing exists save empty space, and you are but a thought.
How strange. One of the most mysterious lines of dialogue in Conan Exiles comes partially from right here, a 1985 movie based on the writings of Mark Twain. Now, to be fair, Conan Exiles makes a lot of references to a lot of different things. The Outcast even references the original Blade Runner from merely 3 years prior to this film, but this line is not just a throwaway reference. No, there's more to it. The line in the film is drawn from Mark Twain's The Mysterious Stranger, published after his death. Satan appears here too and doubles down. Nothing exists, all is a dream. God, man, the world, the sun, the moon, the wilderness of stars, a dream, all a dream. They have no existence, nothing exists save empty space and you. It is true that which I have revealed to you, there is no God, no universe, no human race, no earthly life, no heaven, no hell. It is all a dream, a grotesque and foolish dream. Nothing exists but you, and you are but a thought, a vagrant thought, a useless thought, a homeless thought, wandering forlorn among the empty eternities. So, what does it actually mean? In the context of The Mysterious Stranger and the Adventures of Mark Twain, the overriding motif is one of solipsism collapsing into radical nihilism. Solipsism is the idea that only one's mind is certain to exist, and anything beyond that is unknown. Nihilism is the idea that there are no moral truths, and that life itself and the universe at large are entirely without meaning. What does that actually mean? It means that, from Satan's POV, life is little more than meaningless theatre, fleeting, formless, merely thought. Philosophical despair at its best, couched in the character of a biblical antagonist designed to invert commonly held principles and understandings. In Conan Exiles, though, we don't get these lines from Satan, so what do they mean in that context? The Outcast, firstly, is a philosopher and is likely closest to the original themes. He quite literally believes the exiled lands is a dream, perhaps even to the point of believing that he himself does not exist, nor does the exile. Whilst this is nicely padded in the meta fourth wall breaking nature of the Outcast's dialogue, his phrasing poses an interesting prospect. Perhaps, as he says earlier in the conversation, we truly are puppets to the bidding of vast, formless things from beyond, dreamt up in some cosmic slumber. Azathoth, the god at the centre of the Lovecraftian mythos, dreams of the universe. Should he awaken, it will all exist no longer. The Outcast's use of the phrase is one of fragile nihilism and a sense of cosmic pity, pulling down the veil to reveal the world is nothing but a mere thought in the mind of something far beyond us. Kurak's use of the phrase is slightly different. Before his ascension to a sorcerer under the dominion of Nyarlathotep, Kurak was a self-proclaimed wretched individual, but no longer. In his communion with the crawling chaos, Kurak has strengthened his links to the Outer Dark, a mystical and mysterious realm outside of humanity where gods reside and where sorcery is drawn from. By his own account, he has transmuted himself from mortality into something higher, where even in his dying breaths, he is sure that his essence will linger on in the Outer Dark, even as he refers to his own body as worthless. Kurak's use of the phrase denotes a form of ascension beyond that of a regular human, a proclamation that he has transcended mere mortality and become more than just flesh. Instead, Kurak's use of the phrase directly states that his spirit, his essence, will live on in the void of the Outer Dark. Lastly, Gura the Hunter. This is a particularly interesting case. Gura is most likely a child of Jebel Sag, a creation of the Lord of Beasts, but thinks of himself as higher. He proclaims that he is the apex, free from constraints. Indeed, he believes Jebel Sag is no longer worthy of him. In his dying moments, Gura proclaims himself as the first idea, a departure from the usual phrase, but imbued with the same spirit. In this case, Gura is proclaiming himself not merely as a thought, but as an idea, the first idea, something with purpose. My belief is that Gura wishes to ascend past Jebel Sag and into godhood himself, embodying divinity as an idea. Perhaps most interestingly though, the horn pulled from his corpse, the same horn that must be cleansed of corruption, likely belonged to one of the servitors of the Outer Gods, a being that plays music for the gods such as Yog-Sothoth, Nyarlathotep, and Azathoth, the sleeping architect of the universe. So we know where it comes from, we know what it means on an individual level, but as a whole, what does this phrase actually represent? Well, it's no coincidence that every time this phrase comes up, the Outer Dark is involved. The Outcast, Kurak, Gura, when they say these words, it's not merely drama or a reference to a book or a movie. They're revealing a sliver of the abyss that underpins humanity, the realm of gods and magic and demons and horrors beyond our comprehension. In Mark Twain's work, Satan tells humanity that nothing is real. We are merely drifting thoughts in empty eternity, a deeply solipsistic and nihilistic idea where even the self is fragile and vagrant. In-game, the phrase is used by those who have seen the truth. The universe is without warmth or order. It is an indifferent, unflinching void where even the gods are merely ideas and humanity is barely a fleeting thought. This cryptic phrase has very dark connotations, and perhaps nothing truly matters, a grim cosmic truth that permeates every fibre of the world. For those that believe they have seen that truth, the phrase encapsulates that. Perhaps, even tens of thousands of years on from the Hyborian Age, some would still remember the true nature of the universe.
There is only empty space. And me. And I am but a thought.
Thank you for watching. This phrase is one of my favourite parts of Conan Exiles, and though I've alluded to it in the past, I've never really gone into it and broken it down properly. A lot of research and reading went into this video, so if you enjoyed it and you'd like to support the channel directly, please do check out the Patreon through the link in the description for early video access, build blueprints, end of video credits and more. There's usually between 10 to 12 videos available weeks or sometimes even months in advance on Patreon, so it's the perfect place to get your early fix of Hyboria and Arrakis. On that note, a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.